what's going on, all you fantastic people? I'm Matt.
And I'm Vanessa.
And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different.
Just a little bit.
With the Avengers Infinity War blowing up at the box office and just coming out last week. Yeah, it's setting all sorts of records.
Yes.
We thought it would be kind of fun to take a look at all of the films in the MCU, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, whichever one you prefer, and actually give you our opinions, rank them, if you will, from worst to best, all 19 films. And I know that other people on YouTube have been doing this very same video, but those people aren't us. And we would like to give you guys our 2 cents.
Yes.
Throw our hat in the ring, if you will.
Because it matters.
It matters. It matters. It matters. Come on. It's been 10 years leading up to this point. Let's take a look at all 19 films. And we don't want this to take all day. So what is your number 19?
My number 19 is Iron Man 3.
Ooh.
And this is simply because Gwyneth Paltrow turns into a radioactive bomb, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. I just, no.
Just no.
Well, coming off of the other 2 Iron Mans, you know, when you...
Fair enough.
It's just, no.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, well my number 19 is The Incredible Hulk, and look, I'll be honest, I actually enjoyed this movie when it first came out, but I feel like over time, it's kind of been overshadowed by everything that has followed it, and nobody really talks about it anymore. But Edward Norton Jr., The Incredible Hulk, not a bad film.
Not a bad film. Not a bad film at all. And that will lead me to my 18. My 18 is actually Captain America, the First Avenger.
Ooh.
I wasn't a big fan of this one. No, I think maybe part of the problem was the fact that I saw Winter Soldier first.
That would definitely hinder, yes.
Yeah,
that could be an issue.
Then I went and watched that one, and it was not as good.
No, it's not. My number 18 is actually your number 19, which is Iron Man 3. And yeah, I was one of those people who hated the direction that Iron Man 3 went. I didn't like the twist with the Mandarin.
No,
hated that.
That
would be me.
You've got Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley was supposed to be the Mandarin, who is the equivalent of the Joker, if you will.
Yeah.
The Joker is to Batman.
And that was actually pretty exciting, except for the fact that, I don't read comics.
Well, the problem is halfway through the movie, all of a sudden, no, it's not the Mandarin. It's an actor pretending to be the Mandarin, and he's really a joke, a washed-up actor. No, not buying it. And I'm kind of with you. I felt like the movie was kind of lackluster overall, so that's why it's my number 18.
Yes, which leads me to number 17, which is The Incredible Hulk. And I am a huge Edward Norton, at least when this movie came out, I was a huge Edward Norton Jr. fan. I really liked him Primal Fear, I really liked him in American History X. I thought he did a fantastic job. Now, with this one, I feel like it was good. I'm not a big fan of Liv Tyler. I think that was probably one of my reasons why this is on the lower side.
Once again, that's not a bad movie. You also have Tim Roth playing the villain, so... I mean, the movie did have some stuff going for it, but all these films that have followed, I feel like, have been superior in more ways than one. And we seem to be trading off, because my number 17 is Captain America, the First Avenger. And really, I wasn't impressed with the movie when it came out into theaters, and I'm still not impressed with it. And yeah, the 2 that followed are much better.
Yes, I agree. My number 16 is Thor. Just kidding. It's Thor, The Dark World.
Well, that's funny, because my number 16 is Thor, The Dark World, so let's talk about it.
So, the reason why this actually makes it so low on my list is because I don't really remember it.
Oh, well, that is okay. That's fair enough.
I don't remember.
No, that's perfectly fine. It's I like it. I think it's a good movie. But once again, just like The Incredible Hulk, I feel like it doesn't stand up to the films around it. It's still enjoyable. It's funny at times.
Right, and I remember enjoying it.
Yeah.
I just don't remember it.
Yeah. Fair enough. What's your number 15?
My number 15 is Iron Man 2.
My number 15 is Iron Man 2.
Oh no, here we go.
And just FYI, we did not copy off each other. We didn't even know what order the other person's list was going in, so this is kind of funny. Yeah, my number 15 is Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. Oh, this is going to be interesting if the rest of the list is pretty similar.
Yeah.
Okay, So, Iron Man 2, here we go.
Iron Man 2. Let's be honest here, it actually did have some things going for it. Mickey Rourke, he makes for an awesome villain. I don't care what anybody says.
Yes.
Don Cheadle, Sam Rockwell. But the movie didn't
Yeah, it was a bit
quite
come together.
Yeah. It has great moments.
At least not as well as the first Iron Man, which of course you're going to compare when you have a sequel? Like Peter Quill?
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
What's number 14? Oh, wait.
That'd be on you.
Now is the time for Thor. And literally the only reason Thor is this far down is because I feel like the rest of these movies I liked more.
Alright.
There's really nothing wrong with this movie, per se. I just like other movies better.
Okay, short and to the point. My number 14 is Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
I mean, and there's I don't really have any problems with Doctor Strange, and but I will say it does help that Banana Squish Cucumber Bun is in it. Benedict Cumberbatch, that's him. Because there's really nothing the guy can't do. And I will also say that Doctor Strange has one of the best endings of any of the MCU movies. What is it? Dormammu, I've come to bargain. That over and over and over again. That's an awesome ending. But the rest of the movie, it's good. I will say that there is something to the fact that we don't own it yet.
Yes.
So
that is actually a valid point. All right, 13. Captain America: Winter Soldier. I really enjoy this. I feel like I'm at a part in my list where it's just like I liked this other one better.
That's fine.
So it's hard to say. I actually really did like Captain America, as I like Bucky coming back.
Yeah.
I like their whole like, hey, we were best friends. No, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, not anymore.
Enemies forever.
Yeah, they did a really good job with that movie. My number 13. Now our lists are differing. My number 13 is Ant-Man.
Okay.
And it was funnier than I expected, and I honestly didn't think that Paul Rudd would fit in as well as he does with the rest of the heroes in the MCU. I mean, he kind of holds his own.
He does.
But still, I've never been huge on Ant-Man. Like, I've never been like, oh, Ant-Man, I love you. No, that's not me. But they did a good job with the movie. I am looking forward to Ant-Man and the Wasp. The trailers look awesome.
They do.
So, but yeah, it's sort of towards the middle of the road.
All right. Number 12. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This one, this movie is beautiful, really, to look at. It's gorgeous. But the whole father coming back into your life story, just really...
Family drama all the way around.
I know,
Oh,
but I actually really did enjoy it. But when better movies, okay.
Yeah. And speaking of sequels, my number, what are we on? 12 is Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. It's not as good as the first one. I do like the fact that it does advance some of the storylines with some of the characters, or even introduces some characters like Vision. But overall, it's good.
It's also my number 11.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel the same way. You have this, in my opinion, I feel like Ultron is almost the ultimate villain for just about anything, because you got Vision can control just about anything, and Age of Ultron kind of encompasses that, and it's just, okay, how can you lose?
Yeah, okay.
So I just can find some problems with the movie.
Okay, all right. My number 11 is one that you've already talked about, and that is Thor. I actually have a special place in my heart for Thor. I really like Thor. I thought they did a really good job with the humor and the drama. But one thing I do absolutely love about Thor is the fact that it introduced us to both Thor and Loki. And I mean, just look at how that relationship grew over time and over the next, several movies.
Yes.
Yes. And this is the movie that started that, and I think that's just been great. So.
There you go. Just kidding. All right. I have to make a quick change.
Uh-oh.
Because I meant to change this earlier and I did not. So, my number 10 is one we've already talked about, which is Ant-Man.
All right.
I thought this movie was hilarious, but when it comes to superheroes that can really make a difference, I didn't really feel like this movie was as necessary.
Yeah.
I love Michael Pena, so I love Paul Rudd, so I can't really say too much bad about the movie because it was highly entertaining. But when it comes to Marvel superheroes, I'm like, Ant-Man is like an ant in comparison.
All right, fair enough. And speaking of bugs, my number 10 is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay.
It's a good movie. It's a solid Spider-Man film. However, yes, I'm going to be that guy who says that we've seen better Spider-Man movies. Case closed. I love Michael Keaton as a villain. I think Tom Holland is a really good Spider-Man, but we've seen it before. And this is also on the heels of countless other Spider-Man movies, and so... as far as an entry, though, into the MCU, it does do its job.
Okay. All right. My number 9 is Avengers. The
Avengers?
The Avengers.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like my list probably could change if I were to watch these movies back to back to back to back to back. But because I like these other movies a little bit more.
Okay. My number 9 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which you already talked about.
Yes.
It's funny, it's creative, in my opinion. It's also even more bonkers and off the rails than the first one. It's not a great movie, but I mean, I love these characters. So that's all I got on that.
That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. I mean, how can you not love them? So
no, they're fun. My number 8 is Doctor Strange, which we already talked about. I pretty much Benedict Cumberbatch can do no wrong.
No.
And I really enjoyed this take on Doctor Strange, which I had no idea. I don't know who Doctor Strange is. No idea. And then I just enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah, and Tilda Swinton, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I mean, it is a good movie.
Yes.
It is a good movie. My number 8 is Captain America: Winter Soldier, which you talked about. But what I will say is that I love the fact that this is more of like a straightforward political drama than just a regular superhero movie, if you will. And I thought they did a really good job, like touching on national security issues, and like all of a sudden Captain America is a traitor, and you've got all this stuff going on with S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra, and then of course Bucky coming back. I thought that they did a really good job with Captain America: Winter Soldier.
I agree. My number 7 is another Captain America movie, which happens to be Civil War.
My number 7 is Civil War. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Now,
Yes.
This movie is fantastic. This is so good. You've got, your Captain versus Iron Man.
Yep. Team Cap versus Team Stark.
It splits the MCU.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. Yeah. Team whatever versus team whoever. Yes. I completely butchered that, I think. I don't remember that. I don't remember. But I in my opinion, this one actually held the distinction of being like the most emotional and gut-wrenching
Oh my goodness, yes.
MCU film until Infinity War. But it's a really good movie. Did it go as far as a lot of people wanted to? No. Was anybody really ever in jeopardy? Was there anything really ever at stake? Not really.
Well,
but was it a fun ride?
It sure was.
Yeah.
I mean, and here we are. It's like you have a movie that doesn't really fight a villain. They really just fight each other.
Right. Well, yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, was anybody really ever in any kind of danger? Were they actually going to start killing each other? No. So, but it was still made for a fun film.
Sure did. All right. My number 6 is Spider-Man: Homecoming. This one jumps up there because, in my opinion, I think Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man.
Grounds for divorce right there.
I didn't say this is the best Spider-Man movie. I just think he portrays the character the best because he actually looks like a high school student. I'm sorry.
It's close.
He just does.
I got your back, Tobey Maguire. I got your back.
Andrew Garfield, kind of closer.
Yeah.
Look more like a junior college kind of guy. Tom Holland, he looks like he's in 9th grade. kidding.
All right.
And Michael Keaton is fantastic.
Michael Keaton is always fantastic, so you can't go wrong there.
I mean, and you can say that Marissa Tomei is a bad cat because she looks so young, but she's not as young as she looks. She just looks good for her age. I'm just saying.
All right.
Aunt May.
Yeah.
All right.
My number 6 is Black Panther.
Okay.
And this, I thought it was a really good movie. A lot of intense scenes, a lot of intense moments. Great characters, an awesome hero, maybe an even better villain. And so,
yes.
and I love the world of Wakanda. I love what they do.
The technology, the advancement of what's supposedly a third world country.
Yeah, and Chadwick Boseman he is Black Panther.
He is Black. They probably couldn't have cast that part.
Morgan Freeman.
No.
Okay. That's my number 6.
No.
That's my number 6.
Morgan Freeman is your number 6?
No, Black Panther is my number 6.
So he has his own movie? He is the MCU. Okay. My number 5, the top 5 were really hard. And they're pretty much interchangeable, or they could be. It was really hard for me to choose number 5 as number 5. But my number 5 is Iron Man.
Okay.
This was actually really hard for me to put so low because this is the beginning. And I remember watching this movie in the theaters for the first time and just thinking to myself, wow, I could really get into comic book movies. And then I did. So that was exciting for me. And here we are, 10 years later.
Here we are. Yeah, no, that's a great pick. My number 5 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
And I don't think there's been a film in the MCU that shocked me more. Because we had no idea what to expect with Guardians of the Galaxy, and it totally blew my mind.
It sure did.
Blew
mine too.
Yeah, the creativity, the humor, once again, the characters. It's a fantastic film, and it's one of those movies that I could watch like again and again, and it still makes me laugh.
It's still
every time. It doesn't get old.
Every time.
Yeah.
My number 4 you just mentioned, which was Black Panther. I thought this movie it made waves. It's just so well made, and you have a villain who's actually just trying to help in a way.
In a way.
Yeah. And I find that very interesting. Not only that, but I love the strong female presence.
Oh, absolutely.
It just,
they almost steal the show.
They almost steal the show. I'm just like, I'm watching Wonder Woman all over again. Like,
yeah, they almost...
When your bodyguards are female warriors.
Kicking that much butt.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
yes,
they almost steal the show if it wasn't for Killmonger. Because Killmonger pretty much...
Oh my gosh. He's so good.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah.
Hasn't disappointed yet, has he?
No, he has not.
I mean, we haven't even seen
we didn't see Fan Four Stick.
Fan Four Stick? Oh, yeah, we didn't see that. Did we see Fruitvale Station? Was that him?
That is him, though.
Yeah, but that was one of his standout performances, so I'm sure he's good in that. So, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Easily the funniest film in the entire MCU. And they took Thor in a completely new direction, and it worked.
Yes.
Yeah, I just think the movie is hilarious. You get to see more of Thor. There is some more family, there are more family dynamics. You get to see him pitted up against Hulk briefly, and then you just add a little splash of Jeff Goldblum, and you can't go wrong with that.
You really can't. Jeff Goldblum makes this movie, in my opinion.
And it also, in my opinion, doesn't hurt that it's one of the best looking films in the MCU. Visually, it's outstanding.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I had to make another quick change.
Would have thought you would have been ready for this.
I was, and then I told you some of this might happen. My number 3.
Yes.
Is Avengers: Infinity War. How did this make number 3? Well, the top 2 I just really love. I really want to see Infinity War again.
Yeah.
Probably like 2 or 3 more times.
Yes.
So, very entertaining, and it just came out. So.
Yeah, and we don't need to get into that one too much. My number 3 is Iron Man because it is the one that started it all, and also in my opinion, it was the rebirth of Robert Downey Jr., if you will.
Yeah, it was. Oh, I just had a really good statement, and then it went out the window.
Yeah, and it brings us into the world of the Avengers, and I think
really
that
does.
they did a fantastic job with it, and that was a great way to start off this whole
Right.
entire adventure.
It set the tone for the MCU.
Yeah.
It set the tone.
Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark and Iron Man, he's
irreplaceable.
yeah, exactly, and the movie still holds up too. This much later, Iron Man still holds up.
Still holds up.
It's a fantastic film.
It's fantastic.
So number 2.
Number 2, Thor Ragnarok. This movie was hilarious. You finally get to see Thor as God of Thunder, which is really God of Lightning, but okay. I'm just saying. So I don't.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie, and the way that they use Led Zeppelin too. I mean,
And the way that the only real problem you have is that your villain is your sister, and you can't beat her. Just
yeah, and as you know, and I will say too that this is one of the films where the actual hero really stands out. And I don't. No offense to Cate Blanchett, she makes for a fantastic villain, but this movie is more about Thor.
Yeah.
And he really shines in this movie, whereas other ones, like Loki shines as a villain, or even Bucky Barnes. I'm just saying, it really works.
It really works.
My number 2 is Avengers: Infinity War.
Okay.
And it is up for debate, because we've only seen it once. It did just come out, and it's still really fresh in my mind. But what they did with bringing all these characters together is nothing short of phenomenal.
Right, when you have this,
Really?
when you have this many everything, like you have Thanos, you have his henchmen, and then you have all of the MCU. You have the Guardians of the Galaxy, you have the Avengers, you have everything. And you put it all together, it could be easily just muddled, and it's not.
Yeah.
Everything works.
Yeah, there's a few pacing issues like we talked about in our review, but no, overall this movie, it pulls at the heart. It's really high on the wow factor, and yeah, they did a great job with the movie. What is your number 1?
That only leaves one, which is Guardians of the Galaxy. This one makes number 1 because I was 100% taken back by this movie. I had no idea what to expect, was not looking forward to this movie, watched the movie, and immediately wanted to watch it again. It was so good. That shock value really makes a difference, They say first impressions make a difference. This made a difference.
Fair enough.
And
I can't argue that.
It's so entertaining. I can just watch it over and over. Well, actually, a lot of these movies you could watch over and over again.
Yeah.
But this one, yes.
Yeah. And I can't argue with that being number 1. What I can argue with, though, is how the hell is Avengers number 9? It is number 1 on my list. Are you kidding me? The Avengers has got to be number 1. It doesn't have to be. Guardians of the Galaxy is a great pick, but no. Avengers blew my mind when we saw it in the theater, which is why we saw it like 12 times in the theater.
Bad.
No, it had everything that I wanted. Absolutely everything that I wanted. I mean, visually, it might be one of the best visual films I've ever seen in the theater. And the way that you finally bring the team together for the first time, which is why I'm saying Avengers: Infinity War. It's up for debate, but the first time you see them together is just, it's mind blowing. And I don't know, and it does. It also, once again, it's one of those films that holds up.
It does.
So.
It does.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and it was Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
And he did a fantastic job with that film.
Does.
Yeah. But no, it's great to see where we're at now, because Avengers was, I'm gonna mess this up. What was that, 2012? 13?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know when it was, but here we are now, years removed from it, and now we're at Infinity War and seeing what's happening with all these characters. It's been a tremendous ride.
It really has.
It really has, and I'm curious to see where they go from here, especially with Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out. It's something we've been talking about. How that's going to incorporate to all of this, we don't know. It remains to be seen. But yeah, that is our list. I know I said I didn't want this to be too long. I hopefully some of you
you're still here.
stuck around for this long. I do apologize. We do tend to ramble, but we love movies. We love these movies, and this was fun. This was fun doing this list. So of course, if you like this video, hit the like button, and thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best, and if you want to see more of our, well, this isn't a movie review, but if you want to see our movie reviews, hit the subscribe button. As always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we We'll see you awesome people next time.